Welcome to Owl Have You Know, a podcast from Rice Business. This episode is part of our Flight Path series, where guests share their career journeys and the stories of the Rice connections that got them where they are. Today, our guest is the entrepreneur behind one of the most transformative moments in Rice Business School's history. Farid Virani, together with his wife, Dr. Asha Virani, Rice class of 1989, made a historic philanthropic gift that gave our undergraduate program a name, the Virani Undergraduate School of Business. It's much more than a name. It's an investment, an opportunity, a catalyst for innovation, and a commitment in developing leaders to solve the world's toughest challenges. The impact is immediate and profound. Entrepreneur, philanthropist, builder of businesses, teams, and pathways for the next generation, Farid joins us now to talk about his journey as an entrepreneur, scaling with purpose, his deep commitment to philanthropy, and why investing in students is the smartest bet of all. Farid, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Everything about you and your family has such a deep purpose. And we are sitting here in the Faris Foundation that you and Asha founded in loving memory and in honor of your son, Faris. You have been deeply ingrained in so many philanthropic causes throughout the city of Houston. You know, reading your profile, it really is, phenomenal to think about how much you have given back to our city and really our country and to our world. And this continues to progress even with the gift that you gave to Rice Business. So when you came to the United States at the age of 19 and then eventually landed in Houston, what was it about this city that you decided this was it? This was the place that I'm going to set down my roots, and this is where I'm going to begin the next chapter of my story?
I don't think that there was any planning on my part. I think it's a little bit of grace, some pixie dust, and a little happy coincidence that I ended up in Houston. And once I came here, like I said, I was 19 and just went through the challenges of settling and going to school and what have you. And it's just, city was welcoming, people were kind and gave me opportunity that allowed me to adopt the city as my hometown.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it all happened. Not to mention, I met my beautiful wife Asha here and a beautiful family. All happened here. So Houston is home.
Can you tell me how you and Asha met?
We met 1988. Around that time at Rice. She was a student, and as some people know, I was a waiter across the street at the Marriott Medical Center.
So so she came to the hotel? Or?
No, it was a social event. It was a New Year's Eve get together, a New Year's Eve party, and I remember going there after doing my closing. So I went there in my uniform, and we by chance met.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but yes, that's exactly how it happened.
And the rest is, so to speak, history.
Yep, literally, yes, it is, yeah. 36 years later, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's definitely a milestone.
Yes.
So you came to Houston, and I want to talk about the intersection of business and philanthropy, and those are sort of, that runs deep in both you and Asha's veins.
Yeah.
And so that's something that is very unique to your story. So you came to the U.S. and you started a business, literally one store in Baybrook Mall. Right?
Yeah.
That you scaled to more than 2,500 locations in North America, Canada, and Mexico.
Right.
Okay, so tell me your story, your entrepreneurial journey and your story. How did you do that?
I didn't do it. We did it. Meaning, it's the team behind the folks that supported me, my family, of course, Asha, and a lot of good luck, good opportunities, some good decisions, and some hard work. So put it all together, and here we are. As far as starting the Baybrook Mall story, the first store, technically,
What year was that?
this was 1999.
Okay.
1999, May 1999. That's kind of where Prime Communication started, with one store in Baybrook Mall. And over the years, just like I said, just good partnerships with businesses, good people, good team players, and together we were able to just grow the pie, just make the pie bigger and share it with everyone, and that's kind of how it all happened.
So you grew this business, and when was it that you decided, you know what, I feel that it is time for me to start investing in my community. It's time for me to start investing in the city of Houston.
Sure.
It's time for me to start investing in my home and making sure that I can help raise other people to be able to achieve the great heights that I've achieved myself.
I don't exactly know when it started, but it was always, it's just part of who we are, it's part of our values, our faith. It's just to give back to the place from where we have gotten so much. So I don't precisely know when it all happened, but it just happened over time. Asha has played a very big role in everything I've done, because she, more than me, is a kind of force behind our family to do more and leap forward and play it forward. So it all happened slowly over time, and then momentum built as I aged and saw what the needs were and learned more, and then it just slowly built on its own.
And so the needs. So Houston Rice Business is a phenomenal educational institution, the best,
Absolutely.
the best in Houston. And I know that your son went to Rice Business and graduated in 2021, which is the same year that the undergraduate program began. So was it when he was at Rice that you recognized that there was a need for an undergraduate school at Rice?
So for us, my son, he went to Rice and he graduated literally in 2021.
2021 during COVID.
COVID, exactly. And we had a lot of conversations about what the opportunities were, what are some of the things Rice was doing and not doing, and what are some of the things we should be focused on, especially for the upcoming students, upcoming leaders of our community. And we were just talking, and a friend of mine brought an opportunity to me that, hey, Rice is looking for somebody to maybe support the undergraduate school, the mission, with the building.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the conversation started. And once we met Dean Peter Rodriguez, I mean, he's amazing. And meeting him, talking to him, the whole family got involved and got engaged. And we ended up kind of taking a different route, but ended up supporting the school by naming and making a contribution to the undergraduate program. And it happened, it took almost a year to it happen, for the conversations to crystallize, but it ended up becoming a family decision that my son, for us, played a big role. Asha, obviously, they both went to Rice, so they are very much
Owls.
And we have, like, I have a niece, I have a nephew that went to Rice. Asha has cousins that went to Rice. So there's a lot of our family has benefited a lot from Rice and how Rice has played a role in our lives. So then it was this stars are aligned on all different sides, and it just all came together with the guidance of Dean Peter, and like I said, it just all together came together.
Yes. So now that it's the Virani Undergraduate School of Business, so this will be year
2.
year 2.
I mean, yeah, upcoming, October 29th is the anniversary.
Yes. So what do you hope that students understand or are inspired by when they're a part of that program?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, they should be thankful and grateful that how fortunate they are to be at Rice, to be at an institution that I believe it's absolutely fantastic to develop them into the future leaders, to give them the education that they're going to get, but more than that, help them become the future leaders, our leaders that the city, the state, the country needs for us to leap forward into the second half of the century. Because I think education, both my wife Asha and I believe education is the absolute number one ingredient that we need in our city and state for us to stay competitive, to stay relevant, and to move forward. And this is kind of like our, we're doing our part to play it forward.
So leadership, you mentioned that quite a bit. So what's the secret sauce? What are the components of a good leader?
Sure. I absolutely believe a leader has to have humility, has to be humble.
Humble, hungry, and scrappy is what you say.
Absolutely. I really believe that those are the three things that have been what I would say. Those are the three things that have kind of been principles that have guided me throughout my life and my career. Is basically being humble, because when you're humble, you're open to listening to other people. You're open to different ideas. You're open with the fact that someone may know more than you do.
There's always going to be somebody that knows more than you do.
And I think with humility, you're open to listening to that. As far as being hungry, to me, that means you are always curious. You're always wanting to know more. It's just the natural kind of curiosity that has served me well. And I believe being hungry, intellectually hungry, it's important. And the last but not the least, as an entrepreneur, being scrappy helps. Doing more with less, using today's tools and technologies to do more with less, and then just outfox the competition by literally being resourceful. That's a mindset. I mean, to me, it's a mindset.
Growth mindset.
Exactly.
It's an
entrepreneurial mindset. It's a scrappy mindset. It's doing more with less mindset.
So what do you believe, specifically with regards to business education in particular, is so essential, in terms of the next generations? What are the challenges that you see? Because there is a race,
yes,
right? There's a race, more so than I think before. What are the qualities that you feel that we really need as a society to rise above the competition?
I agree. So what is one thing that I believe has changed systemically throughout the world is speed by which things change.
Yes.
I think that in my lifetime, I've seen things change, but man, now talk about changing fast, super fast, right? In the world of AI and
In a
all in a day and all so everything is moving very fast. So for the next generation of entrepreneurs, the business leaders, not only have to build businesses and solve for problems in society, but they have to be agile, they have to be fast, they have to embrace technology. That's a lot of stuff that is coming their way. They have to find their own North Star as to what they're going to do. And how you do it, I think, will depend on individuals, on their passion, on their what they find exciting, what excites them. But more than that, to me, it will require a mixture of basic business fundamentals of doing the right things, building things, having great teams around, but embracing technology, not running away from it, embracing change, not running away from it, I think will separate successful entrepreneurs and businesses with those who want to take a shortcut.
So, specifically for the Virani School, so because we are at the very, very beginnings of the school, what do you hope, looking back 5, 10, 15 years is going to be, what the Virani School is known for, and what do you want it to be? What do you want it to be known for?
Well, so my hope is that the Virani School at Rice becomes a top 10 school in the country.
Top 5.
Top 5. You said it. But more than that, for me, is that it becomes an institution, Virani School becomes an institution that develops the future leaders for the country. Now, whether they are in business, in entrepreneurship, whether it is in the political arena, whether it is in any industry, but so long it develops leaders that give back to the community and give back to the society, and give back to the country, then we will all benefit tremendously from. So that is my hope.
And the quality of student at Rice Business, just from my experience going there, I met so many unique people from really all over the world that chose Rice, specifically because it not only Houston, but Rice Business is a very welcoming place. And so that's something that I'll forever be grateful for my experience at Rice Business. So your success clearly goes beyond profit, which I think is what you would like to instill in the Virani School, that it's not so much about profit, but it's also about being a good human being and a good community leader. And that is something that I think is very unique to Rice. And so, we're sitting here in the Faris Foundation, which is such a meaningful part of your family's work. And for those who may not know about the Faris Foundation, could you talk a little bit about what it is?
Sure. So before I start, September is it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. That's what this pin is about. Most people don't know about that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And we have had a very, what I call we have suffered a profound loss in our family, in our lives. We lost our youngest son to a rare bone cancer. That was a very difficult chapter in our lives, and especially for my wife and I. You can't help when things happen, but you certainly can react differently, to bounce back, to try to do things
To change the future.
to change the future, and also and that's what defines you. It's not the tragedy, but so that's kind of where this Faris Foundation, which my wife Asha leads, came together. And the mission for Faris Foundation is to provide brighter days and better treatments for children with cancer. That's basically what they do. They do that with many different initiatives, several different initiatives, research, awareness, they do fundraise, and they also do this beautiful arts and music programs and therapies. They also do what we call good juju programs, where we send care packages to kids nationwide.
I love that good juju program. I know that there's a room back there that's called the juju room.
Yeah. They do that, and it's been a wonderful way for Asha and her team to give back and basically, hopefully, help drive some new treatments
Yes.
for children.
Just being in this space, it's so joyous and happy, and you feel, the positive energy and the good juju of really doing things for those that are going through and walking through what you and Asha and your family walked through, and to make it a little to make it a to help guide them through a really, really dark and challenging time. So what advice would you give Rice students and young entrepreneurs that have big dreams?
I would say the following, be curious, because you just don't know what life has in store for you. I mean, I think for me, being curious and ask questions about things has served me well. And obviously, be grateful for that you are at a amazing institution like Rice, even more special, the Virani School. But then, stay humble and stay scrappy and stay hungry. And that pretty much has served me well. And it's simple. You can remember it, and it's nothing fancy.
It has really been a pleasure to chat with you about this amazing opportunity. And I know that this is something that you and your family and your legacy will live on, just like the Faris Foundation and the Virani School as well. What's next, though?
I don't know, but I'm curious.
But you're curious.
And I am looking and thinking, and opportunity will come. Something will come, but I'm open-minded and my heart is open. Our family is looking to do things that are meaningful and that are probably more impactful. And
I don't know, you're pretty impactful already. But there's
but
always
remember, I'm
opportunity.
hungry. So.
Yes. Always be hungry.
Yes.
Always
So
be
that's
hungry.
that's kind of where we are. But other than that, just being grateful for everything in life and where we are, sitting here and talking about it. So
Well, everybody I know is very, very grateful in the city, and especially at Rice Business and beyond, because Rice is, on the map and just becoming stronger and stronger because of people like you and Asha and your family. And so I personally would like to thank you for that opportunity for the next generation of leaders that you are helping to create and push forward.
thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening. This has been I'll Have You Know, a production of Rice Business. You can find more information about our guests, hosts, and announcements on our website, business.rice.edu. Please subscribe and leave a rating wherever you find your favorite podcasts. We'd love to hear what you think. The hosts of I'll Have You Know are myself, Maya Pomroy, and Brian Jackson.